Crystal, that elusive mineral, such a vital resource specifically for making bombs on PvP servers, but it's nice to have for a variety of other activities and crafting recipes. So today I thought I'd make a guide on all the different places you may find crystal, the best places to harvest, how to harvest, etc, etc. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Illybet. I play a lot of survival games. Conan Exiles is definitely one of them. If you're returning to the channel, hey, welcome back. It's good to see you. I appreciate you being here. Now, this is a bit more of a beginner's guide. If you are advanced in the game, I understand you skipping this one, but you may find some useful information regardless. And I do apologize for my extra raspy voice. I've recently lost my voice, which has been buckets of fun, so I haven't been able to record anything recently, and I'm still kind of recovering from that. So we'll see. And I've messed with my audio settings again, so hopefully this is better, not worse. But yes, we'll see. Anyway, I digress, and on with the crystal cave diving. Before we head into our first location, we'll go over what you'll need to bring. A pick ideally, although you can handpick crystal and use a pickaxe also. I highly advise killing some sorcerers and trading them in at a Conan caravan if that is still available to get yourself a black blood pick from. Just here on the map, there's a Conan caravan that sells the pick at the moment. That may change in the future. Then you gotta go up to some caves up along here. If you need some type of guide for how to get the tools off the bats and stuff, I'm happy to make that. But at the moment, it's easier to kill sorcerers, like I said, and get a pick from these guys fairly cheaply. If you also go to the unnamed city and visit the archivist with 5 relic fragments, you can purchase oils of power, essentially. And we're going to specifically craft oils of bounty. That requires an alchemist bench, preferably the best type of one, because it's going to be cheaper. So if you use like a precision alchemist bench, it's going to cost only 2 fragments instead of 3. So you want to farm up a fair few fragments. I have other fragment farming guides if you don't know how to get them efficiently. The Kari dungeon, just on a side note, is a pretty decent source of them, just saying. Now, the oils of bounty require you to have a large amount of durability, which is why the black blood tools are quite preferable with them, because they have vast amounts of durability on them compared to other ones. You can see we've got 1500, and these are just spawned in ones, not made with like anyone. But putting oils on them, it's not going to last nearly as long. But let's say, and it has to be full durability, so I can't put one on there, but I can put one on him, and we're only going to get 3 minutes and 35 seconds, which is not nearly enough to get anything done and not worth the grind of those relic fragments. But if you're not using relic fragments, an obsidian pick or even a star metal pick or any of these guys are going to do just fine with an advanced toolkit on them. Keep in mind that you cannot use an archeronium pick to get star metal. That's not really in this video, although you can get crystal from harvesting star metal. You can't use an archeronium pick. It has to be hardened steel or any of the other ones that I have in my inventory, but not that one. So you want to not have this out all the time, because the longer it's out, it's going to drain durability. So you put it away pretty quickly in between harvests of crystal. I don't often use it for harvesting crystal, just for the fact that there's usually a lot of crystal anyway, and like if it's a super active server, it might be a bit worth it. All these guys are usually going to attack you. I will exit creative mode just so you can see all of that while we're harvesting, and I'll kill them. Bring a skinning knife and stuff with you. This first location is Hanuman's Grotto, as you've seen, just in H3. Very underrated place. You can also bring hearts here and get some ape-like creatures. If you've seen my animal guides, you'll know all about that. So you can handpick crystal. If you're on PvP, it's going to give you about that many. I have also double harvest perk on 1 hit. So instead of careful harvest, I have efficient harvest. So final hit will grant twice as many resources. I highly advise putting that perk on and probably coming with a max encumbrance build, because that's going to help you immensely too. Now, these guys aren't going to mess you up too much, even if you don't have lots of stuff. They're pretty easy to kill. You can skin them or use your pick, get lots of feral flesh, get them all into a nice little pile. But I do advise kind of taking them out first, because they're a little bit annoying when you're just harvesting. So run around, kill all those guys. There's another like Goblin King just a bit further down there. You can also dodge his attacks if you like. Back him up, you can get a random pot. So back to what I was doing before. Hitting with that's going to give about that much. This is a black blood pick that just has an advanced kit on it. So some of them are giving us much more. Take that guy out. But then we have the one with the oils on it. Now you want to make sure you can actually hit the crystal that you're trying to hit before you whip this bad boy out. Crouching and being little does help with crystal as well. But you see how like it's so hard to get some of them. Sometimes it doesn't really make having the black blood one worth it. And now I'm encumbered, so I'm going to be extra slow. So I'd usually just come with a obsidian pick or something with this type of tool on, because for the most part you're going tool advancement kit. Sorry, I didn't even finish my sentence. For the most part you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck. You can try squatting as well to hit some of these ones as you hit, or have max littleness of character. If you're like on a modded server, you can make yourself extra tiny, and that's the best way to harvest crystal. Anything you can't pick with the pick, you can just go around and pick up by hand. You find certain spots that are really good. But generally one run of this cave is going to give you enough to get at least a raid done on a medium-sized base. Couple hundred bombs worth. And if you don't feel like making a trip all the way back to your base straight away, oh, I just found, what's this? Nothing. I can't touch that. They've just randomly added that in. You can't even touch it. It's so weird when they do that. Anyway, you can add a little grind hut out the front of these places and put a box in there, so you can then fill that up and then fill your inventory up and then summon corpse with sorcery or something like that, so you can get even more efficient. See, all this I can still pick up with my hand. But by chance, you're on a multiplayer server and someone has already come up and taken, excuse you sirs, I'm talking, taken all your crystal. Fear not, there are other places that you can come. Just over the river a little bit, we got another little cave. Now mind, I might skip some places on this video, but I'm going to mention most of them. Just here on the map, can't remember its name, but we're going to go through it in a moment and it will tell us the name, hopefully, maybe on the exit. A bunch more of these guys to kill. Cavern of Fiends, that's what it's called. Pretty decent place, full as a crystal. But again, no one's probably gonna come here. And now we have probably the holy grail of crystal caverns, Scuttler's Shortcut. It is by far the best place to come, with the most amount, but also one of the most contested because it's one of the most common, central on the map as well, so... Just here underneath the southern aqueduct, there's a little cave right by a waterfall. You can also get to it from an alternative entrance just down here that's a bit more spidery. There's a lot of spiders here, so bring a Zath knife or something to get their ichor and skulls from the Zath bags if you're making yog feasts. Bring a sickle as well. There's a bunch of silk around. As you can see, there's just bloody crystal everywhere. You can no longer climb in here, which is mildly annoying because you used to be able to, and you could get all of the crystal, and they've also mildly nerfed the amount that you can get in here because there used to be a lot more. But as you can see, there's a butt ton. Heaps of spiders that are going to attack you. Lots and lots of silk, lots of spiders for Eureka. Run past them because I'm in creative. Heaps of silk. Not quite as good as the Silk Woods, but definitely a place. Also where you learn Zath religion if you do not have a Zath knife. This is where you come to learn him. Just a little bonus tip. And there's a queen spider there that you can kill, and her box is just right behind. This is going to quickly admin kill her and see what she gives. I'm going to hack her up with a pick to get the skeleton key. Get a bunch of demon blood off her too, so it's definitely a little bomb cave. Should use a better pick. We got a spell spoil, which gives us nice cold resistance. And a colored crystal, which I know where to get one up there, but I don't know how to get to it anymore. I'll be back. So I never knew what the colored crystals did. Like, I don't know everything about this game. Some things just like are here and make no sense. So you used to be able to climb up here and get this box, but you can no longer climb. So I don't know how you get that, but I'm going to take that. We're going to fly back down here. Everyone's not usually getting around in admin flying god mode, you know. Let's see what this box offers elsewhere here. Going up that way is going to lead you out the alternative exit, but you got to get up there. It literally just gave me some die. Okay. Well, that's not worth it. On to the next thing. Coming now over to the north jungle or swamp-like area, you will see this lovely cave Witch Queen entrance right by the upper staging area, a bit up from where the obelisk is at the upper staging area. Head in the mouth. There's going to be a bunch of shitty spiders and reapers around, so be warned for that. But you can usually run in here and they will stop chasing you. They cannot fit. This is by far not the best source of crystal, but if you live in the jungle and you cannot be bothered traveling and you just need a little bit, all of those chunks, all of these are all mineable. So you can get a little bit going here. Don't advise making this your daily farm, though. Just in the theme of goblin caves as well, we have the Warren of Degenerates. A bit up from the Sorcery Cave, Shallowback Hollow, is it over here? More goblins to slay. Again, not the biggest crystal cave in the universe, but not wildly frequented by anyone, although a little bit more commonly known now that the Sorcerer's Cave is a Sorcerer's Cave. You can kill the Shalebacks in the Sorcerer's Cave, the corrupted ones, for some demon blood, which is an alright little source. But yeah. You can also acquire a small amount of crystal whilst you're farming gold and obsidian in the volcano. You're going to need a bunch of stuff to get here. Check out my guide on hots and golds places if you need information on how to not die. But I advise having the other perk, gather rare resources more commonly, because I'm just getting obsidian, so that's not ideal for me. But you get, there we go, a little bit of crystal. You can get ash here as well as a bunch of obsidian, crystal, gold, important stuff. But yeah, you definitely want to be having that other perk on of careful harvest for sure. It makes a huge difference. It's worth trading up, and also advise probably coming with max encumbrance or building a little grind heart thing again. But that is another way you can acquire a little bit of crystal in your life just by farming gold, which you need for a bunch of stuff anyway. If you found this information informative, please do smash that like and subscribe button. It means a bunch. But until next time, I hope you have an excellent day, evening, night, morning, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. Have a good one.